And it's getting great so for Cam. That's media. We're Army football practice. Have a chance to talk to Army senior tackle Shayne Buckingham. And Shayne, first off, did you get a chance to go home for Thanksgiving?
I sure did. It was a great time. I went back to Richmond, Virginia. I'm from Georgia, but most of my family's from Richmond, Virginia, so I've been seeing that family in like 5 or 7 years.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you got home. And I notice already a little difference in the practice. It's a little quieter. It's a little bit more maybe focused. Is it different practicing, getting set for Navy?
So far, I would say no. We're trying our best to just treat it like just a next opponent. We all know that what's at stake with the CIC trophy. So we've all been very locked in, just like every game. But the emotion side is a little bit higher, I would say. So that's been like kind of the difference preparing for this week, or for Navy, I should say.
And you've been playing both left and right tackle this year. What have been the keys to your season?
Honestly, just consistency. Focus on what I need to do to get better, to help the team the best way I can. Sometimes this season I've been more of like a coaching role for some younger players that haven't played that much, or some people that haven't played as much prior to, so to be able to help them in that way, just be the best teammate I can. And then for my play, just make sure I focus on things I need to improve. So whatever I feel like I need to improve, and especially what my coaches tell me I need to improve.
Very good. Well, we saw a little change in the offense in the Coastal game. Bryson Daly worked under center. You had fullbacks in as a big part of the offense. How was that for you as a tackle when the offense changes back to more of the power running game?
To me, I didn't know we were gonna be under center as much, but it all worked out. To me, it kind of felt like what I've been used to, like growing up really in the system prior to this change for offense. But I thought it was fun. I mean, we just had fun out there. Just lining up, just really, they were a static defense, and you just had to win your one-on-one battles, and you just tee off on them. And it was fun.
What was it? 365 yards of rushing.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, we did. We're blessed. We did good.
You had a terrific game, and now just I got to ask you. Wednesday night, you're a senior. It's branch night, and I said we follow these classes from our day all the way through, and branch night you'll stand there with your classmates and get an envelope, and then they'll ask you to open it, and you'll see a branch of the U.S. Army in your envelope that you're assigned to. Is there a branch you'd like to be assigned to?
Right now, I'd say top 3 is like FA, infantry, armor. So either one of those 3, I'll be pretty settled with. So
that's all the combat arms, as they say, in all of those. And from summer training, did you get a chance to experience some of the different branches?
I did. Normally for a military training on post, it's infantry tactics and stuff like that. So I got to be familiar with how infantry is. I like it, like the task force that comes. Like I get to see kind of the vibe for how infantry would be. But when we got to go visit a whole post, I went to Fort Campbell in Kentucky. That was great. I did FA there, and that's where I was like, yeah, FA.
We say FA, it's field artillery. Actually, my dad was a World War II field artillery officer. What's that like working with the big howitzers?
I feel like that when I learned and asked the PL I was shadowing, he says big on details, specific for details, and we have a lot of responsibility for that weaponry. So that's where I really was like, okay, this is, I like it. You got control over such, expensive weapons, the fire capabilities, all that, it's on your command. And to see, actually land and hit that's where I knew FA was probably my best option.
Well, that's great. I can see, your interest, and you're ready to serve as an officer. You're mentoring players as well as preparing yourself. The excitement level that there will be at the Navy game. You run out there's going to be helicopters flying, jet planes flying, all sorts of dignitaries, and the whole Corps of Cadets there. What is it like for you to prepare yourself and your teammates for that environment?
Be calm and collective and just stay professional. You know, we all know it's going to be an emotional game. We already experienced it for Air Force. Navy, personally, I feel like it's the same type of vibe. Just more crowded stadium, more noise. But like once the whistle blows, it's the same as every other game. You know.
Well, going back to the Air Force game, I was glad I was able to be out there for that one. You were coming off a couple of difficult games, and all of a sudden, I've never seen a team as ready to play as Army looked that day. What did it take to get ready to play well in the Air Force game?
Honestly, it was the determination that we were not going to lose. Like, no matter what, we've been through so much prior to that game. Going to that game, we're like 2-6. So, like, we know how the season. We knew how the season was prior to, and we kind of put all our emotion and focus into saying, like, yo, this is a CIC game. These guys, Air Force, they're a great team, but we can definitely beat them. And, you know, it just worked out in our favor. Both sides played very well.
Well, it's been a long run for you at West Point. Did you go to the prep school?
I did.
So you had another year there. Now it's coming down to your last game and the chance to play for the Commander-in-Chief Trophy and a visit to the White House, preparing for graduation and joining a branch of the Army. What is it like for you to have gone through the whole West Point experience, getting towards the end?
It's been a blessing, honestly. I've learned so many just leadership, kind of followership roles and styles that some I liked, some I didn't like through this experience. You know, many players I look up to, teachers, my TAC officers, things like that, company mates. This can go on and on and on. But
Sure.
Overall, like, I just do like hardships here. I've learned so much. How to treat people, how to talk differently to certain people to get a common goal. Just things like that I don't think I would experience at another school, or maybe not as fast. But you know, it was tough. Like, there's times it was tough. Like, there was some dark days, just like how life is. Sometimes there's some dark days, but you push through. This place really showed me that in the end it'll work out.
Shayne Buckingham, number 78, senior tackle on the Army football team, about to get your branch assignment in the U.S. Army on Wednesday night. Congratulations on getting so far through this, and best wishes in the Navy game.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Good to see you. It's Ken Kreitzer for CanVets Media.